Entitled Mother Yells at Shop Security. Hello Reddit, I apologize in advance for any formatting issues or spelling mistakes, I'm honestly just not the best storyteller. Unfortunately, the entitled mother in the story is my mother, and I'm disgusted with her behavior, so I thought to post it here. My mother is well known to be a Karen, even joking about it herself sometimes. She is usually really sweet, but when it comes to staff or workers, her Karen side comes out full force. I have many stories about her antics. So she is labeled here as a Karen, since she wears the name proudly. Me and my partner are moving out of our house to a new town, so last week I moved back home with my parents for a few days to clean out my old storage room, while my partner went down to the new town for his first day of school. My dad had a seizure the first day I moved home, so my mom, Karen, asked me to help her with some general shopping while my grandmother watched my 4 siblings and took care of my dad. I drove us around town and to a few stores, eventually ending up at a Kmart, think Walmart for us Kiwis, but no food, only general items. She wanted to get some workout gear, so we go in, do our shopping and head to the checkouts. Here's where things get going. She grabbed the receipt and I grabbed the items, getting ready to walk out of the store. There has been lots of thefts recently due to the economic climate of my country at the moment, so security will quickly glance at your receipt, see the number of items you have and let you out. Usually they don't do this to everyone, just shady people, which has gotten the company in hot water because of racism and discrimination, so the company now makes it an effort to check all receipts, which I'm fine with. As we walk out, my mother makes it past the security scanners before the young lady working as a security guard asks to see the receipt. Big mistake. My mother immediately screws her face up and makes more than a few scoffing sounds before exclaiming loudly, "Excuse me? Do I look like someone who would shoplift?" At this point everyone at the tills is looking over and I feel like melting into a puddle to get away, as I have social anxiety. The poor lady puts her hands up in a "oh no, Karen on the loose" gesture and politely explains that we need to check everyone's receipts so we aren't discriminating. Mother Karen puffs up and screws her face up more. "But do I look like a shoplifter? All my clothes are labeled. All expensive brands." She then scoffs again, winding up for a whole tirade. Waving the little paper that would save me from embarrassment around. All while flapping her lips like a shocked fish. She is slowly turning a lovely shade of tomato red and looks like she's going to burst. Realizing things are going to get much worse, I finally pick myself up out of my mental puddle, grab the receipt from her claws and show the security guard, who's still attempting to placate the raging she-beast. I hand it over politely, saying, "Here, have a look, is this okay?" while gazing longingly at those sliding doors, as I know salvation from the dirty looks hitting the back of my head is only a few steps away. The poor security guard waves me through and I grab my mother beast's shoulder to push her out. She relents, moving through and muttering about rights and managers and not doing her job, stamping her feet like a toddler. I look over my shoulder as we walk out and give the security lady, who looked like she had just been slapped, a little smile and mouthed apology. The last words I hear before the doors to salvation slid shut was the security guard commenting in a small voice, "I only needed to see the receipt. It's my job." I felt horrified. Relief flooded me as I realized that it was over, embarrassment burning at my cheeks as I shepherded the Karen to the car, all while she's still going on about how outrageous this was, and how she feels disgusting and like a vagrant, all because she was asked to show her receipt. Thinking this was over, I hopped in the front seat, hands shaking and eyes tearing up. But no. The Karen turns to me, scrunched up her face, and made one more remark. "This only happened because you look homeless, wear a dress next time." Thanks, Mum. Story 2. I dated the rich girl. Context: go back a year ago and I had been dating this girl for the last 9 months and it was time for my prom. We had gone to hers a couple weeks prior. My parents and brother were out of town at my sister's graduation and I didn't drive. Also, my friend's girlfriend lived closer to me and he lived across town, so he got ready at my house. Cast: M, the wolf in old lady's clothing, GF, at the time girlfriend MF, my friend me, I forgot, but I remember someone else being there. So my ex's mother was the type where if she didn't know what the plans were, she needed a full presentation to inform her, and that was just the situation we were in. I had texted GF the day before letting her know when to head over to my house to start the night's festivities. I told her around 5, and head out to pictures. She understood well enough and I then went on to tell her mother, as her daughter wasn't good enough to tell her. She said she understood and even knew I was home alone, remember this, and we ended the conversation. Fast forward to the next day around noon and my best friend shows up at my house. He got there early as neither of us were busy and both extremely bored. We messed around for a bit and then around 2 decided to start with the basic stuff like showering and setting out clothes. Around 3 I finish my shower and I'm getting dressed, quite leisurely I might add, when MF comes into the room. MF: "Hey dude, you've got like 3 missed calls and texts from GF." Me: OSHT, thanks. I call her back concerned because I was worried something had happened me. Hey, what's going on, are you okay? GF, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just outside your house. Me, very confused, why? GF, my mother, we get here early to take pictures. Me, we aren't supposed to do that for another 2 hours. Please keep in mind this whole time I am frantically trying to put my pants on. In comes M taking the phone from her daughter. Hi, my name, can you please come out here so that we can take pictures? I want to see how cute you two are together. Me, having just put on his pants, I'm sorry M, but I'm a bit busy right now getting dressed. M, well, just hurry up and get dressed then. Knowing that she has been impatiently rude in situations like this before, I say okay and hurry up and run out there. Yet as soon as I do, it starts to lightly rain. I rush over to their car and help GF out of the car. M, go stand over there on the driveway so I can get a picture of you too. She says this without even getting out of her car as the rain had begun to pick up, and, while my front yard isn't the nicest, it's still a whole lot more photogenic than a driveway. GF, can we go inside now, it's raining? Me, knowing that all of MF's and I's clothes are in the living room as no one else was there and we were used to seeing each other undressed in the locker room. Yeah, let's go inside. M, I still want more pictures, but okay. I rush ahead of them to make sure MF had pants on and clean up a little before they come inside, as EGF is rarely at my house and M has never been inside. GF, while her mother says something irritating and insulting about the way my mother keeps her house. Hey, I'm sorry we are here so early, my mom got bored so she rushed me over here. Me, having spent enough time with her to know this is actually true. It's fine, I just wish I had my phone nearby to know about the warnings. M, so why aren't ready yet? Me, a little caught off guard. Excuse me? M, you heard me, my daughter is ready to go and you've barely gotten your pants on. Me, completely dumbfounded, I wasn't expecting her to be dropped off for a couple of hours. M, well, that doesn't mean you can't be ready. At this point I was honestly so confused that I didn't even know what to say, as she had rushed her daughter getting ready and was now trying to do the same to me. Me, I'm sorry, but I told you when I would be ready, I wasn't expecting to have her be here so soon. M, well, just hurry up, I'll be in my car. She then walks out and I got to calm down my clearly embarrassed and anxious GF. Fast forward to about 30 minutes later and we had thought M had left when she calls GF. Hi honey, I just wanted to check in and see how much longer before you guys leave? Me, having just finished getting all the way dressed, sticks up my hands with 1 and 5 indicating 15 minutes. GF, about 15 minutes. M, why not now? GF, what? M, I think you should leave right now. GF, we can't, we haven't even called an Uber. M, let me talk to, my name. GF, upset and obviously insulted, hands me her phone. Me, hello? M, I think you guys should leave now. Me, as GF just said, we can't. We haven't even called an Uber, not to mention my friend whose place we are headed to take pictures isn't ready yet. M, well, that's alright, just tell him to hurry up too. This goes on for a few minutes until M says, you need to leave right now because children should not be left unsupervised and you're going to be late. My friend was still there and we were 18 and 17 at the time and the dance didn't start for another 3 hours. I ended up telling her that it was my house and that as I am a legal adult who she has no parental or guardian privileges over, she could not tell me what to do. We then told her we had actually left 10 minutes prior, shortly after the original phone call occurred, and found out she had been waiting and, poorly, watching my house the whole time. Someone even called the police on her for suspicious activity or trespassing or something. She didn't get in any trouble but did spend a few hours with the cops. Summary, my girlfriend's mother shows up with her early to my house, then tries to force me out of my house and ends up being irritated by cops for a few hours.